This video is about traveling with your dog. I love my dog and I love taking my dog on adventure. I actually have two dogs, my dog Bolt and my boyfriend's dog Zeke. Bolt is a collie mix, Zeke is a pitty mix. So we're gonna dive straight into it. I've been to Europe with Bolt twice and we've taken Zeke last time we went to Germany. So here are some things to consider before you think about traveling with your dog. What kind of dog do you have? Not every dog is fit or even allowed to fly. The destination. Where are you going? Every country has different rules and regulations that you really need to know in order to be able to have zero issues. The timeline. How long are you planning to go on your vacation? And what kind of vacation are you going to? Are you going to a serene place? Are you chilling out? Or are you trying to see a town, explore the city, running around, going in and out of trains? That might just be way too stressful. So think about that. If it's only for a couple of weeks, you can probably go without your dog. If it's longer than a month, I highly suggest to bring your dog. What happened to me is I went to Germany in 2019, took care of my mom because she got sick, and then the pandemic happened. I was planning on staying for 3 months, but then I ended up staying for 7 months. So I would have lost my mind. I couldn't even leave because we were not allowed to travel. So I would have lost my mind being without my dog for 7 months. The airline. Every airline has different rules and regulations as well, and some even have breed restrictions. So make sure that you check before you book your flight. The last one is actually a no-brainer. Cabin or cargo. Cargo is a no-no. Why? Your pet is not luggage. So let's dive into the details. Health and fitness of your dog, super important. And actually, in my case, going to Germany, you need a health certificate. So an accredited veterinarian has to check your dog to make sure he's fit, she is fit to fly. And also, like I mentioned earlier, the breed restrictions. Certain breeds, the short-nosed breeds, are not really meant to fly because it restricts the airflow even more and it could cause even more problems because of more stress. So make sure that your dog is fit to fly. So now that you've decided you're bringing your dog, you check the airline you're flying with, it's time to get all the paperwork in order. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go on the APHIS website, the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service. And there you will go on travelers and select the country you're going to. In my case, going to Germany, there's some important factors. I need the health certificate. I need a microchip. I need a rabies vaccine, even if your dog has a rabies vaccine and it's still valid. They want you to get a booster, and it has to be a 21-day waiting period. That is for Germany. Every country, like I said, is different. So make sure that you check the country on the website. You will need a health certificate for your dog, and it needs to be issued by a certified USDA veterinarian. Once you find your veterinarian, I highly recommend having your veterinarian take care of all of that. As I said, in the case for Germany, it's for 10 days. So within the window of 10 days, you fill everything out, you send it, and you have a self-addressed envelope inside that has stamps on it, and they'll send you the certificate back that you then take with you when you're flying. So to me, it was way too stressful. I did the first time I actually drove to Albany to pick it up myself. They don't really do that anymore. But if your vet takes care of it, you know that they got it all. If there's anything that's missing, they'll just take care of it, and less stress for you. And then they'll send you the certificate right before you go on your flight. So make sure that you send it to the address you're at before you fly out. As far as airlines, there are certain airlines that are way more pet friendly than others. And there is a great site that I found, the Nerd Wallet, who has a list of, well, it's 2024. It will change, so make sure that you definitely check which airline is most fitting for where you're going, and always make sure that you go nonstop if possible. It's just easier for you and your pet. Instead of getting out, switching over, having a layover, your dog can't go to relieve himself, herself. Although many airports do have a pet relief station, most pets don't really like it. My dog did not like it. He did not want to go. If your pet is a service dog, you will not have to pay to have your pet in the cabin. If your pet is an emotional support dog, they are no longer accepted because too many people took advantage of the privilege and they decided to just stop this. The only other option you have is to pay for your pet, but it's actually not that expensive. Average is about $118 or so for your pet to have a seat. And that is way, way better than leaving your pet at home and or in cargo, which, as I mentioned earlier, is a no. So what is the difference between a service dog and emotional support dog? A service dog is trained with a specific task to help a person with a disability, such as guiding those with vision impairment, alerting of sounds with those who have hearing loss, people with vertigo. There's many conditions that a dog can help with. I highly recommend you get your dog certified by a certified trainer. I have a link below if you want to use my trainer. She trains everyone all over the US. She's amazing. And she will provide you with all the information you need and all the papers and proof you need that your dog is a trained, certified service dog. An emotional support dog is a dog that provides companionship and comfort with people who have mental health conditions. They're not required to have training or perform a certain task. I hope this helped. If you have any more questions in the comments below, let me know and I will answer as much as I can. And here are some extra tips and tricks to travel with your dog as effortlessly as possible and as smooth as possible. Have all your paperwork in order. Once you decided what airline you're flying with, make sure that you contact the airline. You let them know that you either have a service dog or that you are traveling with your pet, that you purchased a ticket, so that they can provide you with all the paperwork, with all the documentation that they need on their end. Print that out, fill it out, and email it back to them at least 72 hours before your flight so that they can reserve a seat for you. There are some myths. For example, banned breeds can't fly. In Germany, pit bulls are banned. However, I flew with my pit bull and I did contact the authorities in Germany to get permission. And so he was supposed to be there for 4 weeks, and then they told us we would have to fly out again. However, I extended my stay, had no problems. I contacted the same person again to ask for permission, and she just told me that contact the person in the town I'm in, and if they are okay with it, there's no issues. So don't be scared when you read that or when you hear that. And also, although pit bulls are banned in Germany, not every state in Germany bans pit bulls. So that is actually not accurate. Another myth is that large breeds can't fly. A lot of times airlines will tell you that there are restrictions on the weight and size of your dog. And my dog is 60 pounds. My other dog is 80 pounds, the pit bull. They are both the same size and they do fit quite comfortably right by my feet. It was not, I wouldn't say maybe that comfortable at all times. However, there were no issues, but make sure that you verify. And also when you have a little bit of a bigger dog, as long as they fit where your luggage would normally be right in front of your feet, there should be no issues, because you would not even be able to take a kennel because it wouldn't fit there. Another myth that service dogs need to wear a vest. They do not. However, I do recommend that your dog is wearing a vest. It just makes it easier. Also, people are more respectful. They will not try to touch your dog or approach your dog, and your dog can just do what she is supposed to be doing, working for you. Another tip, if you don't like your dog being touched, or your dog is really sensitive with strangers touching them when you're going through the TSA with your dog, you can tell them that you will hold your dog instead of them trying to feel your dog up. I did that with my dog and he was fine with it, but I just didn't want them to touch my dog. Besides a stranger touching your dog, it's also, there's so much going on. People throwing their luggage, like they're putting stuff in the baskets, they're going through, there's so much noise. It's a very stressful environment for a dog. So the more you can calm your dog down during those situations, the better it is. Few tips before traveling with your dog. Make sure that you really hydrate your dog well 24 hours before you fly. Don't feed your dog 12 hours before you fly. You just want to make sure he has an empty stomach. He doesn't have to potty. There's no accidents that could happen. Just he's very relaxed. As long as he's hydrated, she will be fine. Whenever possible, book a nonstop flight because it's stressful to get out of a plane, to go to a different gate and get back into a plane, especially if there's a short time frame. So it's much easier to book a nonstop flight so you don't have to worry about any of that. Also, I highly recommend flying in the evening hours because then your dog is more on a regular schedule. Your dog sleeps at night anyway, right? You don't take a dog out for like a big walk at night. So my dog sleeps like 8, 9, 10 hours sometimes, like depending. So it's easier and it's just more of the regular schedule. Exercise your dog really well the day off your flight. Like a few hours before you head to the airport, just like go on a nice long walk, throw the ball, whatever your dog likes to do. Just exercise your dog, stimulate your dog a lot so to really tire him, her out. Also, I highly recommend to have some calming, either CBD oil or if your vet can give you some sleeping meds so that your dog, when you checked in, your dog can just like chill out and mostly sleep throughout the entire flight. I hope this helped. And I wish you nothing but the best and a lot of fun during your adventures. I also highly recommend when you are flying to Europe that if you are planning to visit other countries within Europe, to do it with a rental car, the least stressful situation for you because you're always in control with your dog, and or the train, because when you're flying, sometimes certain airlines, again, within Europe may not allow your dog to be in the cabin. Whether or not it's a emotional support dog, that's not a thing anymore anyway. But even service dogs, they can give you just so much trouble. I flew with a banned breed. Nobody asked me for any paperwork while I arrived in Germany, when I left Germany, within Germany, when I checked in before I got in the plane. But I highly recommend whatever paperwork is required, just have it all ready. You do not want to end up having to have a discussion with them or them telling you, well, you need to have this or you need to have that. You might not even get on your flight. So it's better to have all the required papers ready in case somebody's asking for it. Rules change all the time. Double, triple check the country you're flying to with the website I told you to go to. In Germany, they said that if there's a certain microchip doesn't read, to have your own reader. So I actually flew with my own reader just in case, but nobody asked me for it. Again, I'd rather have it than be confronted with them telling me that I can't fly with my dog because they can't read this microchip and I didn't have a reader on me. I hope this helped a lot and I wish you nothing but the best. Safe travels with your pet, with your dog. In the comments below, let me know your experience. If you've flown with your dog before, have you traveled overseas with your dog before? What was your experience? And with that said, I'm going to let you go and see you in the next one. Please let me know what else I can contribute to help you make it easier to travel with your dog, not just to Europe, but maybe also within the United States. Check out more of my content and definitely hit subscribe, like, and the notification bell so you never miss a post of mine. Happy travels.